The next Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list has to be very impactful. I'm personally sick and tired of tier 0 format after tier 0 format after tier 0 format. I'm exaggerating it a little bit, but not really. We came out of tournaments format with the whole tournament back and forth with the mill 3 and playing on the opponent's turn. And we also have flunderies on the same thing, even though it wasn't technically tier 0. But tournaments was freaking annoying, despite the fact a lot of pro players say, hey, they were actually good for the game because the mirror match took skill. I'm just like, yeah, get the F out of here. The deck was still stupid, dumb, and it should not have existed in the fashion that it did, because that was like the really only good deck to play. If you weren't playing that, you were playing like some roguish deck that wouldn't top YCS, maybe regionals, but other than that, you were doing bad. We went straight from that as Yu-Gi-Oh players into Fire format, where the starter Fire format, when Tier was hit and Fire King, Snake Eye was okay, but it wasn't busted, and then Rescue Ace was really good, and the format was still getting figured out. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh was in a good period, and as soon as the Snake Eyes popular and the new set dropped with all the rest of the Snake Eyes support came out, Tier 0 format went up, Snake Eyes went everywhere, and as the format got solved, we see Snake Eyes is in fact a tier 0 deck, to the point a lot of pros are just saying, F Konami, F this game, I'm going to go play something else till this format gets settled. This is goofy, we don't want to play. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are just not happy playing this format. And moving forward past this format, let's say Konami's like, okay, ban Flamberge, hit Snake Eyes, and do all this extra crap to make that deck more fair to play against. We got the Fiendsmith stuff dropping, and guess what, guys? In the OCG, when Fiendsmith came out, Fiendsmith, Snake Eyes became a thing. Yugioh jumped from like a tier 1.5 deck to damn near a tier 0 deck itself, because the Yugioh Fiendsmith stuff is nuts. Don't sleep on it. And I can already predict right now, it's an endless cycle of play this best deck, or just don't play Yu-Gi-Oh at all if you want to have some fun. And I'm personally just tired of sick of that. I think the next ban list has to be really impactful. I think we need pre-ban list hits. And in this video, I'm going to discuss you guys that. So, this is not really a ban list prediction video. This is literally just stuff I personally think will just fix the game and help the ban list out. There's going to be things I don't talk about, so you guys can let me know about that in the comment section down below. And also smash that like button if you guys are new here, subscribe for more. So off the rip, after playing in YCS Indy and going to a bunch of regionals this metagame, you guys know me, I'm a rogue player, and I did play Yugioh at Indy, and Yugioh is kind of roguish still, but it's still really good. I think Snake Eye, Ash, and Flamberge need to go to 1. Actually, Ash needs to get banned, and Flamberge needs to go to 1. I think this is the best way to hit Fire. Fire could still play, because I've heard videos from other YouTubers who I'm not going to mention, I don't really remember who said what. People were saying, oh, if you ban Flamberge, that kind of kills the Snake Eye deck. And after thinking about it, I'm like, I could see it. It kind of kills their recovery plays, even though they have a lot of support to back it up. So I think hitting Flamberge to 1 is good enough for them not to have a recovery play. And it's also more fair because they have to really think about what they're going to do. And Snake Eye Ash, they kind of bans their best starters, so they still have Popular as a starter. They can still do a lot of their plays, and they still have that other Snake Eye, I think his name Oak or whatever, to still do some decent plays as well. The reason why Snake Eyes is so busted because it literally has too many one-card starters. I think I'm personally tired of one-card combo formats. Like even Yugioh, like I'm a Yugioh player, and I hate the fact that Yugioh has Samsardi Lotus into a big field. And that's something that Yu-Gi-Oh is currently heading into, just a bunch of one-card combos, which I don't think is a good idea for the game. If you guys want a video on that, let me know in the comment section down below. I definitely drop a video on that. I don't think one-card combos is a good thing. Since when is your combo deck technically a combo deck when you popping off with one card? That's not really a combo deck. That's just a deck. A deck that's really good and borderline solitaire, because once you remember the plays, you're just going through the motions at that point. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of what a combo deck's supposed to be. Back in the day, back in my Yugi Boomer days, combo decks were like 2 to 3 card combos that it's hard to hell to pull off. You might have to run some stall cards to even get the combo started. But once you get the ball rolling and you get to a certain point, your opponent can't come back. Now, I do understand that Yu-Gi-Oh has evolved over the years. However, one card combos really come on me like, bro, that's goofy as hell. So I think honestly we need to hit that deck Just to slow it down. We gotta slaughter the Snake Eyes deck. I want Fireplace still better play. There's a bunch of fire decks that's good. You have Solomon Greats. You have the actual burn fire deck. Well, I think it's like the PK fire build. That's really good and it can burn you for your life points. And a lot of that stuff is just not playable because why play those decks when you can just play fire? Like a lot of decks are good, but they're better because of fire. So some people wanted like Promethean Princess banned. I'm like, Promethean Princess is a good card, but I don't think it needs to get banned. I think hitting some of the main decks up in fire deck is fine. Like as a Yugioh player that can tech Promethean Princess, like it doesn't just automatically means I'm having a good time because I made the princess and I'm guaranteed to win. Princess is not a card that's guaranteed to win. So I think people who think that card should be banned is a little crazy. I don't think that card is even that big of a deal. It's powerful, but we need powerful cards in the game, honestly speaking. After fire though, real talk, ban skill drain. One of the reasons why I want to ban skill drain, because let's say, for example, Konami does hit these things. I did not realize until after YCS Indy and I watched a lot of the post-game interviews why a lot of fire decks was main deck and skill drain. And when I realized you can send skill drain for cost with your fire monsters to effectively F your opponents over, I was just like, bro, why don't every fire deck just run 3 skill drains? Yeah, it's kind of a brick, but going first is freaking insane because you can get rid of it anytime you want. It's free advantage. And with Konami, the way Yu-Gi-Oh rulings are, sending things for costs and things like that, that limits card design, so cards like Skill Drain will be abused. Now, obviously, that we had metagames and formats where Skill Drain wasn't that good, obviously. However, when you have a deck like Fire that can hit up a damn near unbreakable board, take a floodgate that can slow any deck down just to get them an extra turn to pop off and win, bro, that card's insane. And honestly speaking, real talk, nobody wants to lose skill drain. It literally sucks the skill out of the game. Ban it. I don't think we need it. The card is dumb. Alongside other bans, I think Albion, a Sanctifier Dragon, needs to get hit. Sorry, branded players. I love you guys. Love you guys a lot. You guys are pretty cool people. Most branded players I meet are very chill, rogue players. But bruh, you gotta admit, just like a Yubel player, I gotta admit about the stuff that should get hit with Yubel that I'm finna talk about in a minute. Albion, the Sanctified Dragon Dog, needs to get freaking banned, bro. There is no reason why any deck should be able to tell you, hey, you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh. When I was growing up playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, even now, like the formats I've lived through and played through, Konami used to get rid of stuff like that. Like, yeah, FTK decks might have lasted for a format here and there because maybe it got through card design and somebody's cooked up some stuff in the kitchen and realized how broken it is. But bro, everyone's biggest excuse is, well, Brandon's not the best deck. Why is this? The combo should be able to exist. And I argue, bro, Brandon's good. A lot of y'all just suck with the deck. And now that players are starting to top with the deck again, like Pac, I saw he went undefeated as a regional with it. My boy Uri Diaz top 16 with it. And a lot of branded players are kind of like showing out at these events and doing well. Now everyone's like, oh my God, it is insane. No shit, Sherlock. They literally have a card that says you cannot play. And it's made viable via combos, via Albion and Sanctifier Dragon. Now, if Albion Sanctifier Dragon gets banned, I think Brandon will still be a solid deck. I won't fear it as much, but it'll be a fair, solid deck. Literally, most of the time when Brandon's beating you, it's because of that card. Like, the deck's good, and it takes a lot of skill to play, and I respect Brandon players, but bro, even the Brandon players I know that plays the deck says, like, yeah, this card's dumb. It's the main reason I'm playing this deck. And it's like, you know what? I don't blame you. If I was a Brandon player and wanted to put all that thinking into that deck, I'd play it too. The card's nutty. Ban it, get rid of it, so that way people don't have to worry about getting puppet locked, and then we're good. People also say, oh, you can ban the Gimme Puppet. No, don't ban Gimme Puppet. Gimme Puppet has their own deck they can play in. Ban the Sanctifier Dragon that's allowing you to abuse the Gimme Puppet, so that way we ain't got to worry about getting raw locked. Any goofy thing, we don't have to worry about it, because like, one thing I hate about Yu-Gi-Oh, modern Yu-Gi-Oh, is setting up drawing my hand. I didn't have the best hand, but I had an okay hand. This game doesn't have mulligans. And my opponent just literally just spit out a stupid combo and says, hey, you can't play. Bro, that's dumb. Like, how is that fun? It's a waste of my time. Like, bro, don't play with me. That's dumb. So, ban that card. We're done. Now, here's for the U-Bell. Hit the Fiendsmith stuff. Yugioh by itself, the Yugioh stuff is nutty. Maybe in the future, like, cause even though the Samsara Lotus is a 1-card combo, we have hand traps in the game, and we're gonna have more 1-card combos, 1 or 2-card combos. And just like how heroes with Dark Law, borderline a glass cannon, if the Yugioh player don't have a follow up to you like ashing their throne or veiling their lotus, even though 9 times out of 10 they will, but let's say hypothetically they don't, their turn kind of just ends. So that kind of makes that matchup fair. And man, plus we have things like Droplet and Dark Ruler No More and things that handle a Yugioh field. What makes the Yugioh deck nutty though? I've seen the playback videos of the Fiend Smith stuff, dog. I don't know how nutty it is yet because I haven't played against it, but I've just watched videos. And I know Konami's not going to ban the Fiend Smith, the main card that you need for the deck to work. Limit it to 1. I'm asking Konami, I think it'd be smart for them to limit that card to 1 on release. They've done it before. For example, I think they either banned Elemental Hero Stratos back in the day or limited it to 1 back in the day when the FTK hero deck came out years ago. Like, I think it lasted for like a weekend, and then it got literally limited the following week. I think we should do that moving forward for the Fiend Smith stuff, so that way when the Fiend Smith stuff come out, it's still good, it just won't be as consistent, and you can still pull it and the stuff won't be as expensive. And on top of that shit too, we don't have to worry about, okay, they finally hit Snake Eyes. It don't matter. The Snake Eyes players is gonna evolve, add Fiend Smith stuff with it, maybe add a little bit of Yugioh engine, and have like a pile deck using the Yugioh stuff, Fiend Smith stuff, and Snake Eyes stuff, and then just popping off. Hell, we already got decks abusing the Yugioh engine right now. Mainly because the Yugioh fusion that negates monster effects is goofy and dumb. But to that argument, I can say, well, maybe the Yugioh fusion can get hit to 1, maybe. I can honestly see that too. You know what? I can see that too. Limit the Yugioh fusion to 1. But that's neither here or there, though. Back to the Fiend Smith. I think the Fiend Smith is nutty, and I think I need to get hit because, honestly, bro, I don't want to deal with another Tier 0 deck. I'm tired of Tier 0 formats. Like I said, I think Yugioh was in a happy medium pre-Popular and all the secondary fire stuff came out. But I've been playing this game for so long. It's like every time we have a summer format going into Nationals, outside of Nationals 2014, because I remember that metagame being extremely diverse, we always have a bullshit format. I'm personally just sick of it, man. Like, this goes back to my video last week. Yu-Gi-Oh is dying. One of the reasons why it's dying slowly, it's not dead yet. It'll probably be dead in another 5 years or so. The reason why it's dying extremely slowly outside of all the reasons I mentioned in that video. By the way, if you haven't seen it, check it out. The video damn near went viral, got like 10K views, and that was really good for my channel. So shout out to all my new subs that are here. It's dying because people are tired of these crap formats, man. Nobody want to sit up here and just have to buy the best deck all the damn time to win. There should be secondary decks and budget decks to do well with. And Konami, I guess the argument will be, well, you could play Tenpai. Dude, you still need money for that deck. Dude, with the way the world is right now, a lot of players that are good can't afford to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And or travel because, like, what's the purpose? We already don't have cash prizing. At least give us a fair format that's fun. Like, come on now, let's be real, bro. Like, at this point, I'm just over it. You know what I'm saying? And then the last card I think should happen to the ban list. Give us Maxi back, just to shake things up for a format. Now, this is gonna probably give me a dislike. People gonna say, "Oh, we don't need Maxi." OCG has it. It keeps a lot of decks in check. It does create the Maxi challenge. Personally, real talk, call me crazy. I never complained when Maxi was in the format. I never did. Real talk, like, yeah, I might complain and like, oh, I got sacked by Maxi. My opponent had Maxi, I didn't have Maxi. But guess what now? We have Ash Blossom now. Back when Maxi was hot shit, we didn't have Ash Blossom. We have Call by the Grave. We have, what's that other card that's Call by the Grave? I can't think of the name right now. We have things to handle Maxi. Maxi just ain't running shit like it was when it was out in the TCG, which is why they have it legal in the LCG. Give us a Maxi reprint, bring Maxi off the ban list to 3, not to 2, not to 1, to 3, and give us a fairer hand trap. Personally, real talk, I think to wrap this video up, I don't know how long it is, I think the next ban list need to be extremely impactful because I think a lot of us are tired of the way the game is played. Like, and the reason why I'm personally tired, the main reason why I'm personally tired is with the way the creativity and deck building is right now, dog, we have to run like 15 to 18 hand traps, or at the very least 12 hand traps. And that's still not even enough most of the time. to be relevant and good with our decks. And the reason why you have to run that many is because a lot of decks, mainly Snake Eyes, can run off of one card. One card. So you have to have multiple hand traps to do good for that one deck. And same thing with Yugioh. Yugioh, you have to have multiple hand traps. But Yugioh is handleable. I don't think that's a word with one hand trap most of the time. Maybe two if you get lucky. But like, I'm personally tired of like 12 to 15, 18 hand trap formats. Give us max C, hit all these other decks, bring us back down to like at least 9 to 10 hand trap formats. I think a lot of us would be happier. I'm tired of one card combos. And a lot of people might say, well, if you're tired, quit the game. Fuck no, I'm not quitting the game. I'm very passionate about this game. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I want it to thrive, which is why a lot of us make these videos and ranting about the game. We rant out of love. We hate seeing something we grew up with that holds a lot of nostalgia to us dies. And dying. And for you guys to say the game is not dying, you guys are freaking delusional, bro. When there's no kids to pick up the slack from the adults that fall off, the game dies. Point blank, period. Once again, that's another video for another topic. If you guys want to see my Yu-Gi-Oh's dying video, check it out. It's a really good video, really good discussion. So this is technically my ban list discussion, but not really just me doing kind of a rant because you guys like the way I rant. Post thoughts and opinions about this video. Comments down below. Like the video if you're new here. Want to subscribe for more. It's your boy Rogue, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next vlog, which should be dropping Sunday. Peace.